Welcome to Ethiopia, the cradle of Pan-Africanism and a proud champion of African unity and freedom.
This is fantastic. First of all, let me salute you in the name of Pan-Africanism and telling you that Africans, we are no longer consumers, we are also producers. What's happening in Ethiopia is demonstrating that Africans, we are innovators, we are creators, and Africans, we are the source of good things in this world. My dear lovely family, dear friends, fellow Africans, few weeks I shared the video about Ethiopia, tested homemade plan, and today I'm here to share with you this big achievement from Ethiopia, that now Ethiopia is producing its ammunition and also is exporting. If you look the talents that are in Africa, huge, very, very, very huge. The problem that I see is that we Africans, we are not collaborating. Just imagine the market of ammunition, the market of weapons in Africa. How much other people are making money. You see, many of our countries are importing this ammunition from Russia, from European countries, from US. But right now, Ethiopia is going to produce this ammunition. Do we need to go to America, to Russia, or to China to buy these things that already we have people who can manufacture here in the continent of Africa? You see, apart from that, I think other countries must support Ethiopia, join Ethiopia, because we have already have industry in Ethiopia where these things can be manufactured. Of course, you find ourselves that maybe even resources, Ethiopia is struggling to get resources, but we know in DRC these resources are being exported to US, to Europe, and then after US and Europe manufacturing these things, then sold to us at high cost. So I think African leaders must find a way to come together. We have talents, we have skills. Why don't we come together to do things that is good and right for us? Africa, we spend a lot of money to import such stuffs, you see. But right now we have opportunity to have in Ethiopia, not only in Ethiopia, many countries in Africa. If you do your own research properly, you will find that we have a lot of talents. Of course, I shared the video and you heard at the beginning about Burkina Faso's electric cars. How many people are ready to go and buy cars from Burkina Faso? You heard about electric buses in Uganda. How many Africans are ready to dump this Western used car and go to Uganda, go to Burkina Faso to buy electric cars? Are we ready to do so? Are we ready to support our local manufacturing? I think we are not ready. We are not ready, and we need leaders who see the importance of working together, doing business together. For instance, if you look what Congo have, I think this continent should become a superpower. Congo has everything. I've shared the video about Trump and you remember about Trump and Zelensky, the way Trump said about two minerals that are found in Ukraine, that those minerals are helping America for security, to build ammunition, to build to create these weapons and other stuff like that, AI, also the issue of computer technologies. But all those stuffs we have here in the continent of Africa, and we have talents. When people say Africa, we don't have technologies, I wonder. Africa, we have technologies, and we have wonderful technologies. All these technologies that you see in the world started from Africa. For instance, right now, of course, I will continue to praise this young man from Zimbabwe, Maxwell Chikumbuso, that he succeeded to transform a radio frequency into energy. Just imagine the technology that is not found anywhere except in Zimbabwe. Are we proud of that young man? Are we supporting that young man that they can produce a lot of machine to supply across the continent? We know that right now, Africa, we are suffering with a shortage of energy. And of course, recently you heard about Trump cutting aid to South Africa. And you know very well that America promised South Africa that if South Africa will shut down coal power plant, America will support by giving money for South Africa to transfer from fossil energy to green energy. But Trump already cut aid, and no man is going to support South Africa to move out of fossil energy to green energy. So, but we have this young man, Maxwell Chikomboso, who can produce green energy machine. Why don't South Africa, Zimbabwe, SADC countries say and take that young man into somewhere, Eden Place, and say, go and produce a lot of machine for us. We want energy. You see, he demonstrated that he can create a machine that can power a car for 20 years without being refueled. You see, we have talents, we have skills, we have everything, we have resources, we have human capital. The problem that we have, we don't have unity. That's the problem of Africa. So the day Africa will come together, and I don't know why Africans, we fear one another, why we don't accept to come together. You see, when the Europeans, and of course I'm repeating these words, when the Europeans found resources in Africa, what they did, they called each other in Berlin and sat down, came together and strategized what are they going to do to make sure that they are going to conquer Africa. Till today, we are under Berlin Conference. You see, what's wrong for us, the people of Africa, to say these borders were created by colonizers without involving Africans, but this generation is already understood the challenges, we have already educated. Why don't we come together and sit down and say, you know, these borders are bringing us backward. We cannot move with these borders. We cannot access these technologies from Ethiopia. We cannot access technologies in Zimbabwe. We cannot access technologies in Burkina Faso, in Nigeria. So to access that kind of technology, I think we need to come together. Then from there, we can come together as the people of Africa and decide for our future. And of course, I've been sharing my thought on the issue of Africa Diaspora Summit, that we need to have Africa Diaspora Summit where our leaders, representatives from different parts of the world will come together, especially Africans in the diaspora and those who are in the continent will come together and think about 50 years to come, 100 years to come, what can we do as the people of Africa? But all in all, my dear lovely family, dear friends, the aim of this video is to share with you this good news from Ethiopia, that right now Ethiopia is producing its own munitions and also is exporting. This is a good news, and also and this is encouraging other countries to emphasize industrialization. Of course, we have seen industrialization in Burkina Faso and other places. People are showing their talents, and this we demonstrate. And this is demonstrating that Africans, we have talents, we have technologies, and we can do much better. So if we can work together and come together. So up to that, let me say thank you. Have a nice time. Of course, see you next time. Thank you.
Thank you, Africa, Mama Africa.